it's been now about 8 years that we found out that mom had dementia, and we noticed some changes that happened, repeating herself often. And so, I talked to a friend who was in med school at the time, and she's like, hey, how's mom doing? And I told her the concern. She's like, you need to get her into a doctor. Well, being from a culture where, the parents are just strong and they don't show signs of weaknesses, having that discussion was just like, it overwhelmed me to tell her, mom, you need help, or, and so right before I left, we had that discussion. There was tears. Mom does not cry in front of people. So again, this was all new. And she said, no, I just need to do something, And so again, I'm used to mom being okay. So I allow that to be enough. And it was actually, that was 2016, that fall for Thanksgiving, she came down to see me and the disease had progressed. I remember cooking Thanksgiving that Wednesday night, and the next morning like, oh, we're gonna get up and eat. And she's like, oh, what are we eating? And I said, oh, I cooked. She's like, oh, when'd you do that? And she remembered nothing. I mean, it's a journey that is not easy when you have a young parent and you're seeing these signs. There were so many people that just were like, oh, nothing's wrong with her, including her PC. Her physician did not believe us, and it took months, even after testing her, to believe that she had dementia. And so it actually wasn't until I went to a doctor's appointment, and she took the test, and she's like, oh, your mom's fine. That was heartbreaking, because I know mom's not fine. And it was actually a couple months later, mom had to go into the doctor's appointment and luckily, it's bad for her, but it was good for us at the time. She was in a health park, similar to Christus, where there are physician offices attached to the hospital and everything. Well, needless to say, there's parking everywhere. There's parking lots everywhere. So she came out and she got confused. She didn't know where she had parked because it was just overwhelming. She called the nurse, and the nurse had to come and help her find her parking. And that's when they finally believed that something was wrong. But again, it's hard because when the disease is not in its full totality of like, oh, she's sick and this and that, she's fighting for her independence too. She's still there, she's still mom, she's fine in her mind. So to get someone, in their 60s to be like, hey, I need you to move here. Hey, I need you to do this and that. It's like, no, what are you talking about? Thank God for Alzheimer's Alliance, because I instantly was like, what resources do I have? I need help, because not only are we in it, there was like a lot of grieving and mixed emotions and all of the things. I was angry, I was mad, I was sad, there was a lot. But she got down here, and I literally just changed my life, just being very intentional about her. It's, it has been a journey. Things that happened that worked, 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, they don't work now, but we've had to I've had to be open to just the evolution of the disease and the process, and learning more and learning her, and realizing Kathy from Alzheimer's Alliance, she taught me this early on. I was always pointing at her like, why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Kathy's like, it's not her, it's you. You have to. And I was like, oh, I didn't do this. I didn't ask for this, But really having to kind of own that and realize, okay, you're a caregiver, you're here to care for her. She needs your help, and adjusting. And it was hard. I fought it because I just wanted my mom to be my mom. Early on, literally, her disease and her consumed my life. I wanted to know why she was doing this, or why she was thinking this way, and why she was moving this way. And Kathy kept saying, Siretha, you don't know. There's no, way of knowing. And that was hard. That was the biggest thing, because it's like, you just want to be, because as a woman, we just want to fix. So I'm like, if I can understand, I can get in front of it and I can help fix this. And yeah, no, So I will say our son, he is a very, very mature 9-10-year-old, you know. I think early on he was trying to figure it out, and even having the words to kind of share with him on, you know, we don't want to say, oh, mom's just sick, and, you know, but it's like, okay, you know, she has some stuff going on, you know, so that was very challenging, I think. And then I think when he fully understand, okay, like there's some challenges and I'm here to help her, I'm here to be a part of this caregiving, you saw a change, and it's so cute. There's moments, just to see how he's gone from like not knowing why she's doing this to like, you know, caring for her, you know. And there's these pictures I try to get, so cheesy, but you know, he'll come home from school and he'll greet her, hi mom, and he'll grab her and she'll just put her arm around him, and they're just walking down the hall together, and he's like, here, your room's over here, and you know how he just takes that on. And it's like, you know, me and my husband are like, look at them, like it's just the sweetest thing to see. Having community is so important, and having people just engage and allowing them to help is so important, to help kind of for sanity purposes and still have some type of life outside of caregiving. I remember the days where, you know, I would just need to help her a little, but now I have to help her, you know, get ready, you know, with everything, you know, washing her and cleaning her and changing her depend, and all of these are things, again, I never thought I would do or didn't think I could. I had it in me, but this is my morning routine. I mean, I would just stress just the importance of, when you are younger, caring for a loved one, the importance of community, allowing people into the space, into just your life, to be able to help. I'm telling you, like when I was able to do that, I remember I had like a random surgery that I didn't, unplanned surgery that happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it was just me. And I had to have, you know, my gallbladder removed. It was an emergency gallbladder removal, and mom's at home, caregiver's gone, and I'm like freaking out because I'm in the hospital about to have surgery. But the people I work with, my village people were like, they instantly went into the same mindset as me. Oh my gosh, Siretha has a mom that she cares for. How are we need to, you know, they just jump right in and, you know, just helped. And again, you know, like so often in our culture, we live in silos, you know, but you know, you don't realize until you go through these life experiences how important and how valuable community is. And now I'm grateful to have a husband that gets it and that is there. And I always say, I said, you guys, he cares for mom better than me and that I could ever. But he is just so sweet and kind. And you can tell when he comes in the room, she lights up. When I come, it's just, no. But yeah, having that support it's so important.